So, Porky, what do you know about rugby?
I know everything about rugby, mate. I can tell you something now. I'm the former rugby correspondent of TalkSport World Cup 2007.
Where was that?
France.
France?
France.
Oh, what, you mean exactly where the Euros are now?
Exactly where the Euros are now. In fact, I went and did a game at the Velodrome in Marseille.
Did you?
It hadn't been rebuilt then. It was a bit of a knackered old stadium, but I know all about the people in Marseille.
And how did that go then when you were the rugby correspondent?
Oh, it went brilliantly. I enjoyed it enormously.
Did you?
I got into the game. People said that I was underprepared for it, that I didn't know enough about rugby, but you know, when I was sitting there in the final, because England lost in the final, well, you know, I felt I'd taken on a whole new discipline.
And you've always kept that sort of knowledge of rugby with you, haven't
Oh, you bet.
you? Right.
Yeah.
Now, you had a companion on that trip, didn't you?
Yes.
You did?
Yes.
Now, his name was Dave, wasn't it?
Dave.
Yeah.
Dave.
Now, is it true that you didn't actually recognise Dave?
Well, that's not true. No, Dave was not to be recognised, if you see what I
Was he
mean.
wearing a mask?
No. Dave and I travelled around France for 3 weeks, and to me, he was Dave. I mean, he was Dave, you know, he was a good guy, and he was an Aussie, and he talked like that. No, he didn't. That's
He wasn't from Bermondsey.
No, he wasn't from Bermondsey, no. He was, well, Mike, I think we should study the form of the South Africans today. And I thought, well, he obviously knows a little bit about rugby.
Yeah.
So I listened to things he had to say, sitting next to him, and then the strange thing happened when we got to the final.
Yeah.
All these journalists ran up to me and said, can we speak to him? Because they thought that I was
Dave?
his minder. To Dave, yeah.
He was, in fact, David Campese, was he not?
Well,
One of the most famous and decorated rugby union internationals of all time.
Well, all I would say is that I was looking at the programme for the final and I was leafing through it. It said the 10 greatest rugby players of all time. Number 3, Dave, he was sitting next to me. That's when I realised it was in fact David Campese.
Yeah, well, in fact, you know nothing about rugby at all, do you? All I can hope for is that you will know a little bit more about rugby, the town, as we are going to the Rugby Cultural Festival on July the 16th. Get your tickets at the2mites.co.uk.
July the 16th in Rugby. I'll be there.